Hey everyone, hi. In the last few days, I've been asked by some of the people online a question related to a topic called the proof of funds. So let us just discuss about this. Uh, Proof of funds. Basically, there is a lot of interest related to proof of funds. So once you get your ITA and you submit your documents, one important document that you need to submit is the proof of funds. So that there seems to be some kind of confusion: who needs a proof of funds, who doesn't need a proof of funds. I heard somewhere that if you're in Canada, you don't need a proof of funds, or if you are physically outside Canada, you need a proof of funds. So let's just clarify on who needs proof of funds. Okay, so obviously proof of funds, any kind of eligibility starts with you. Okay, so it will all depend on your express entry profile. Now, if you are qualified under CEC, right, you do not need proof of funds. Okay, as simple as that. If you are qualified under CEC, you don't need a proof of funds. Now, if you are not under CEC, then you are probably under the federal skill worker or federal skilled trade route. Now, if you are qualified for FSW or FST, then by rule you need a proof of funds. But here also there is a small caveat. Okay, now if you are qualified under FSW and FST, but you have what is called a job offer to work in Canada, right, or you have a work permit, then you don't need proof of funds. Okay, if you don't have these, right, then you need proof of funds. Okay, so this is as simple as the discussion that we just had. So not everybody needs proof of funds. So if you already have, you are qualified under CEC, right, you have a Canadian experience class, you don't need proof of funds. So proof of funds doesn't depend on where you are located. It just depends on which category you are qualified under. Okay, let's go through the rules, the actual rules. Okay, so who needs proof of funds? As I said, the only people who need for proof of funds are FSW and FST programs, right? This part. Who do not need proof of funds? If you are applying under Canadian experience class, right, and you have a authorized to work in Canada and you have a valid job offer. As simple as that. If you have a work permit to work in Canada, if you are authorized to work in Canada and you have a job offer, then even though you are qualifying under FSW and FSTP, you don't need proof of funds. Okay, go through this page on how much funds you will need and things like that. These figures change every year. If you are trying to hit the minimums here, so just keep it updated. This table is kind of updated every year. Okay, so this is not a static table in any ways. It also has what is acceptable as proof of funds, right? How the proof of fund letters must be printed out or must be created. Obviously, it should belong to you, and it should have, and you should be able to legally and easily access it. Anything that's liquid money, in my view, is should be okay, right? Here it says that it's updated every year, and how much money you should bring in. Again, this is again just a minimum. This is in no way a guidance that it is sufficient. Some provinces in Canada, these could be sufficient for a few months. For certain provinces, it's not. Okay, So it all depends on the size of your family, which location you are coming in, and all and things like that. Okay, so this is, so nowhere in this rule you will see any kind of criteria related to where you are located and things like that. So you only need to see two things: which category you are qualified under, and whether you have a job offer and authorization to work in Canada. So if you have a job offer, authorization to work in Canada, it's not required. Okay. Now, what does mean it's not required? Basically, when you create your Express Entry profile, there would be a section asking for proof of funds, right? So once you get your ITA and once you go through submission of documents, you will have, once you go through ITA and you go through submission of documents, there will be a proof of funds section. Okay. So here you will have to upload some documents. Okay. So here you can upload your current document. Okay. Okay. Upload current bank statements. Right. That's what I have told people to do. Whatever you have, your assets, you just upload a statement of that. Now that does not need to meet the minimum requirements. Okay. But you just need to update that. So this cannot be skipped. So even though it's not required, it's not that you can skip this step. So what is not required is the minimum, meeting the minimum, right? So meeting the minimum is not required, right? Meet of minimum proof of funds, right? This is what we are discussing. This is not required if you are having a job offer, a work permit, or under CEC, right? So 3 green points, right? If you see, if you have a job offer, work permit, CEC, no proof of funds, right? The only case you need a proof of funds where you are only qualified under FST and you don't have a job offer, FSW and FST, and you don't have a job offer. Okay. So I hope this video clarifies some of the doubts that people are having. I will put a link of this particular site. You can refer to this site if you're trying to hit the minimum. I hope this helps you in preparing your documentation and removing some anxiety from the process. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching. If you like my content, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I have been trying for some time now to build up an online community to help other people who are looking to immigrate to Canada, and I hope this reaches all those people who really need it. I have a WhatsApp group also. I have a Facebook page too. So if you want to join those groups, and I can send you those details, especially the WhatsApp group. I've been lucky to have few friends there who have been helped with my advice. Again, I'm not a professional immigration consultant or anything. It's just an online platform that I'm trying to do. I recently immigrated to Canada and just want everybody to know how the process works. And you don't need to, and most of these processes you can do yourself, to be honest. You don't need to hire an immigration consultant or anything. So I've been trying to help people. So yeah. So see you in the next video, and all the best with your applications. Thank you.